liking and sharing the video, and make your comments and tell me how you feel about it, you know, because it's something that's on my mind. Like, have people been telling the kids that's in the predicament with them? Because I know a lot of people bring their kids here with them illegally, so we all know that. So, you know, I think it's something to think about and talk about, which most people won't do it, I guess. But what would you do? Welcome back, guys. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I hope all is well with everyone. Today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about just some simple little stuff that I've been wondering what's gonna really happen now. We're stepping into a new chapter with this new year, new chapter with immigration, laws, rules, regulations. And most of us that's living here in Florida, a lot of us is still here undocumented. And I know that everyone, no matter what we might think or feel about the situation, a lot of us have relatives and friends that might be facing, you know, a certain situation that, or might be in the predicament or the line where they are pretty much either can or will be deported, or, you know, some people are leaving voluntarily, which is something I'm hearing for the past couple weeks, that people are leaving voluntarily, like more. Last year I knew people started leaving once they heard, you know, so after the election everybody made a decision like what they're going to do. And I know a lot of families going to be, you know, split up by just the fact that if a dad leave or mother or whatever, if some people deciding to just take their kids and leave, be careful, boo. The children to just leave, you know. And I think it's going to be a sad situation, because come to find out, like, you know, if you've been in trouble or arrested or been in any situation before, it's a possibility, you know, you might be on that list. So it don't really have to be the fact that you're here illegally. It's just the fact that they're going in on people that have been arrested and has been in the system, you know, doing some of the things are minor. I figured from my end, I would say minor, but that's not going to stop them from coming at you. You know what I mean? ICE is a whole different situation. They could consider anything as reason to be removed, you know? And I really do feel bad for a lot of families, because when I listen to some people have their lives and their children going to school, and you having your nice little place that you're living in, and your car, your bills, your responsibilities are comfortable, you know? So just to get stirred up. And a lot of people already vacated Florida because of that situation anyway, because Florida always been a ticklish state when it comes down to that kind of situation. A lot of people might not want to talk about it because the fact that, you know, they're afraid, but I just feel like as humans, you know, we tend to laugh at people's situation and talk about it. It's only when people is having bad times we get happy. And I see a lot of people getting, oh, they're gonna go, and I'm listening to them like, listen, a lot of us fail to realize that a lot of us came here by the same way, family members, you know, we just got lucky that we could come out of it, you know. And I do feel bad mainly for families with children, because imagine you have to uproot your child from school just because, you know. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair for you to just uproot your child and say, oh, they're going to come for me and I have to do this and I have to do that. It's not fair. It's not fair to the children. And usually children don't really understand what's going on in those kind of situation or predicament, more like it. The kids don't really know what's going on, you know? And you can't tell them it's okay or it will be okay when you grab them, because most of if you even came from any other country, you coming from another country, it's one thing. But once you get here and you have those kids, or you bring them here when they're young children, They don't know anything else. So if you bring a child here when they're 2 years old, 3 years old, even just a baby, and they grow up and, oh shoot, this is a dead end anyways. I was just driving around, be losing. But anyway, just, you bring a child here 1 and 2 years old, or a baby, you know, infant, whatever, and then they don't know anything but here in America, and you take them to a foreign country, because even if they was born there and you brought them here as a infant, it's hard, you know, it's hard for them to adjust, and adjusting to things like that, it's really like, it's not going to be easy for any child if you do that, you know, uproot them and just bring them to another country. Even if they was born there, if they've been living here, they're born there, they spend 1 year after birth, then you bring them here and they spend 10, 11 years, they're going to think this is their home. And some of these parents sometimes don't tell these kids, like, you know, you don't even have the papers to be here. They don't know until the time come and something happened. And when will they tell the children, or when will I tell my child? And that's another thing. Like, some parents need to have that talk with their kids, you know, like, when should someone really say, hey, you're not American, you're not even a resident, it's a possibility you might get sent home with us. I think they need to have that talk, and people need to look into it, because even Jamaicans sometimes, as a child, only because I knew better, and I know, and by seeing other things happen, I knew straight up, because my parents never had to talk with us about certain things, you know what I mean? Most parents don't have that talk when they should be having that talk. When you're from another country, Caribbean country, Jamaica, anywhere in the Caribbean, or anywhere that America don't consider a first world country, you have to look at the fact that, hey, if you come to this country and you have your children and they're not straight, or I put it straight just to say straight, or you're not a resident or a citizen of that country, I think parents should make it clear to the kids, especially when they start school, so they could be aware of what's going on. And if it comes to this, that they might get sent home, they know, okay, I am not a resident, I'm not a citizen, so if mommy and daddy has to leave, we have to go with them. And that's the part that I feel bad for the children, because some people will not tell those kids the truth, that, hey, we all might have to go home, because that's what Mr. Man said he's gonna do, you know? Everybody got to go. And then for some of those now that comes here and have those babies, they're in trouble too, because some of them won't be able to get them those kids' passports. And that's another trouble. So I don't know if that's going to work out. So I ain't even touching that subject, because I don't even know how that will really work out. But as far as the people being sent home or deported, I feel really bad, you know. But my main concern is these children. Like, parents should really start telling these kids ahead of time. Like, if you know your child is not, because I watched the news and one lady, she's undocumented, and she's here. And she didn't say if her children was, you know, the same as her, in the same status as her, but I know she was, and she didn't want to show her face, which I don't blame her. Still in Florida. And now, if she has to go, and he's saying that everyone has to go, including the family, he don't care. If you don't want to break the family up, everybody got to leave, or everybody should leave. I'm not sure if it's just applying to adults or it's applying to everyone for real, because I'm not sure where they're going with this. But I think people just should prepare their children for the same reason that, you know, they're preparing themselves. Like, just don't wait till the last minute when your behind is getting nabbed or grabbed to send home. You're telling the kids at that point, like, oh, this is what we were explaining to the children. Explain to them now and let them know the situation. A lot of people might have by now tell their kids, but I think a lot of people haven't. And I do know a few people that's in the situation that they will get sent home, and their whole family might get sent home, and they haven't told the kids. And I think they should. I'm not saying that I would know exactly what to do in that predicament, but I know I probably would tell my kids, because I'm that type of person where I just feel like the more they know, the better. Because I think you shouldn't hide things from children, especially once they're mature enough to understand. Because if they know right from wrong, they can understand. And they won't be so scared if it happens. You understand me? Because it's not like you want them to look over their shoulder and wonder if it's going to happen. But I think the same way you could warn them for other things, you could warn them for that. It's no one could be prepared for that. You could cross, young man. You sure? And you know, but basically that's it. So, you know, you guys, if you do like my videos, please consider subscribing, share, and you know, do whatever you want with it. Comment, let me know how you feel about that situation, because I think it's something that no one talk about. And consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the video, and make your comments and tell me how you feel about it, you know, because it's something that's on my mind. Like, have people been telling the kids that's in the predicament with them? Because I know a lot of people bring their kids here with them illegally, so we all know that. So, you know, I think it's something to think about and talk about, which most people won't do it, I guess. But what would you do?